Good morning, all my sweet friends, pals, and confidants. Woo, it's a morning. And actually getting to you this morning, it is a little before 7. Beautiful outside. Right now, I'm looking directly at the moon, and it is crystal clear. The skies are beautiful, no clouds, no haze. And I can see all the details of the moon. And it just looks beautiful. I don't know if you can see this view that I have. Look at that. Right next to the palm trees, the birds flying by. God is so good. God is so good. And this morning I'm thinking, I was praying for some specific prayer needs that I'm aware of. I'll share a couple with you real quick. A friend of mine from church and Bible study, Michelle, her young son-in-law in his 40s had a major stroke, brain bleed. It's really bad. So please pray for Michelle's son-in-law. For my sweet young friend, Mike, who was hit in the jaw and had a compound fracture. Mike underwent surgery yesterday, so we're praying that he recovers and can get back to taking care of his family. My girlfriend Jill and I were missionaries together in Haiti, and her young son Cody, who's I think newly married. I don't think he's been married that long. Cody was in a car accident up in Canada and had catastrophic injuries. It's been over a month, I think, and he's just now starting to move a little bit. He still has a trach in. He's not awake. He's not talking. He is moving. He is opening his eyes for a part of the day, and they're working with him. So be in prayer for Cody. Incarcerated loved one, be in prayer for him and his family. My daughter-in-law has embarked on a new ministry. Actually, she's been working with this ministry for quite some time, but now she's going to be working with them full time, and it involves training worship leaders. Now, she is herself an accomplished musician, singer, worship leader, and I've seen her lead worship several times, and she's very, very talented. God has used her in big ways, and I think He will continue to use her. And I think that this was a God move, that she is able to do this full time. She's a hairdresser. She owns her own salon, and this is a move that she felt God pushing her towards. So pray for Jessica. Pray for Dakota and Paige. They are traveling. They live, that's my oldest grandson, my firstborn grandson, who is so special to me. They were in Miami this past week for his work. And yesterday they drove up from Miami, and they are in Ormond Beach. And I am hoping to see them today, no later than tomorrow. And then they will be traveling back to Ohio. But you know what this brought me to? I opened my Bible, and I've got my old what is this? NIV, New International Version. And as you can see, it's falling apart. I've had this Bible for a long time, probably 20 years. And it's falling apart. Oh, I got this Bible in 2002. So yeah, 24 years I've had this Bible. And it is falling apart. Oh no, I've had it longer than that. I was a missionary in Haiti when I got this. It's got my sticker from the P.O. box. So yeah, I've had this Bible a long time and it's falling apart. I've already had it not recovered, but repaired, because this cover had completely come off, and I was able to get that repaired, but pages are falling out of it. So this morning, anyway, I picked it up and I flipped it to Ezekiel, and I hadn't planned on reading Ezekiel this morning, or not Ezekiel, Ecclesiastes, these books. I flipped it open to Ecclesiastes, and something I had written in here caught my eye. And I wrote, life is not a monorail. Life is a roller coaster. It's so true, is it not? You not have ups and downs in your life? I'm not a roller coaster person. It's not that they scare me, although the wooden ones without those terrify me. Drinking my morning coffee with my little cup of espresso. Those scare me, but roller coasters give me a horrible headache. A lot of banging around. I think I get a mini concussion every time I get on one of those roller coasters. All that whiplash. Anyway, that's life. And life gives me a headache sometimes. And I think right now I've got so many people that I'm praying for with serious issues. Thank goodness right now in my life, it's good. I feel like I'm not at the top. I'm not having mountaintop experiences right now. But life is good. I am married for the first time in 25 years to a wonderful, godly man who is going, please pray for CO. He's going through some medical issues. Tomorrow he goes for his chemical stress test to make sure that he's able to have a procedure next week that's going to relieve him of a lot of pain. He's in so much pain. And if you know me as a nurse, my heart is to make people feel better. That's what I've always done. That's what I've always loved doing, is making people feel better. Maybe that's why I do this. I hope that this gives you, when you listen to my recordings, if you listen to them in the morning, that it starts you off on a good note and it helps you feel better. I don't know. But it's very frustrating that I can't help him feel better. I can bring him medicine. I can fix a warm soak for his foot, but I can't really, nothing I do or say seems to help. He's in so much pain. So please be in prayer for my husband, CO, also. But yeah, life is a roller coaster. I'm getting my new refrigerator today. I'm so excited. I cleaned the old one yesterday, and I'll clean it more obviously when I get it emptied, but I've got bins and cooler ready so that about an hour and a half I'll empty the refrigerator. They're supposed to come anywhere between 8:30 and noon. That's a long time for stuff to be sitting out, and they're going to be calling CO, who's not here, to tell me, okay, they're on their way. So I just have to hope that when he gets the message from them that they're on their way, that he's not in a meeting and can actually call me or text me and let me know. Anyway, new refrigerator day, I'll send pictures. Okay, so I want to read out of Ecclesiastes, since that's where I opened it up and I saw this thing that I had written. Life is not a monorail. Life is a roller coaster. So I'm going to read to you. We're going to continue with this wisdom theme that I started yesterday. So it's Ecclesiastes, which is right there in my book, kind of in the middle. It's before Isaiah, but it's after Psalms and Proverbs. Actually, it's right after Psalms and Proverbs. I hate that I have this page that's just hanging out there. Okay, so Ecclesiastes. Get your Bible. Read along with me. I hope you have your cup. Love my coffee. What would I do without it? Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 7. That's after 6, before 8. Okay, Ecclesiastes chapter 7. A good name is better than a fine perfume. A good name, what's that mean? Your reputation. What people think of you. It's important. Sometimes we say, oh, I don't care what people think about me. But we really do. And it really is important. If someone doesn't like you, I know that there are people in this world that don't like me. And some of them, names which will not be named, have reason to not like me. I don't like them either. But a good name is better than a fine perfume, and the day of death better than the day of birth. Because the day of death is literally the day of birth into eternity. It's not the end. Death is not the end. I've got you praying for some people, and 2 of them are right there on the verge of Lord taking them home to begin their life in their eternal home, or to heal them and let them continue on this earth. God's will be done. It is better to go to a house of mourning than to go to a house of feasting. I don't get that one. For death is the destiny of every man. True. The living should take this to heart. Sorrow is better than laughter. I have to noodle that one for a while. I love to laugh. Sorrow is better than laughter because a sad face is good for the heart. Does that look like a sad face? A sad face is good for the heart. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of pleasure. It is better to heed a wise man's rebuke than to listen to the song of fools. This I totally agree with. Like the crackling of thorns under the pot, so is the laughter of fools. Yes, this is meaningless. Extortion turns a wise man into a fool, and a bribe corrupts the heart. The end of a matter is better than the beginning. Yes, and patience is better than pride. Pride goeth before the fall. Do not be quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger resides in the lap of fools. I'm not quick to anger. I'm really not. It takes a lot to get me angry, but when I do get there, I pop really fast, just ask my husband. It kind of comes out of nowhere. I'll be fine. It's because I'm controlling it. I'm stuffing it. But then when the anger pops its little head out, I explode. That I need to get control of. Okay. Where am I? Be not quickly provoked in your spirit, for anger resides in the lap of fools. Do not say, why were the old days better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions. Wisdom, like an inheritance, is a good thing and benefits those who see the sun. Wisdom is a shelter, as money is a shelter. But the advantage of knowledge is this, that wisdom preserves the life of its possessor. The wisdom of life, let me start that over. But the advantage of knowledge is this, that wisdom preserves the life of its possessor. Wisdom preserves the life of its possessor. Consider what God has done. Who can straighten what God has made crooked? When times are good, be happy. But when times are bad, consider God has made the one as well as the other, the good and the bad. I wrote that in there. Therefore, man cannot discover anything about his future. In this meaningless life of mine, I have seen both of these. A righteous man perishing in his righteousness, and a wicked man living long in his wickedness. Kind of reminds me of that old saying, the good die young. I used to say, well, if the good die young, I'm going to live to be a very old woman. Do not be over-righteous, neither be over-wise. Why destroy yourself? Do not be over-wicked, and do not be a fool. Why die before your time? It is good to grasp the one and not let go of the other. The man who fears God will avoid all extremes. Yeah, extremes are the issue. It's better to be solid and straight and on the monorail, but life is, like I said, life is not a monorail. Wisdom makes one wise man more powerful than 10 rulers in a city. I pray for wisdom. I have always prayed for wisdom. I have one of my best friends in the world, Vicky, is one of the wisest people that I know. And sometimes I wonder, where did she get that? But she thinks before she speaks. She thinks before she does. And I love that self-control. She had that self-control in high school. Thinking before you do. So important. There is not a righteous man on earth who just does what is right and never sins. There was only one person on this planet that ever lived a life without sin. And he's the reason that we have hope for salvation, because our sin will drown us. We literally are drowning in our sins, and we can't save ourselves. We can't pluck ourselves out of that sin. We can't wash away the stain of that sin. Only Jesus can, because he never sinned. He was the perfect, righteous Lamb of God. Do not pay attention to every word people say, or you may hear your servant cussing you. For you know in your heart that many times you yourself have cussed others. All this I tested by wisdom and said, I am determined to be wise, but this was beyond me. Whatever wisdom may be, it is far away and most profound. Who can discover it? So I turned my mind to understand, to investigate, and to search out wisdom and the scheme of things. That's my life's goal. And to understand the stupidity of wickedness, the madness of folly. I find more bitter than death the woman who is a snare, whose heart is a trap, whose hands are chains. The man who pleases God will escape her, but the sinner she will ensnare. Look, says the teacher, this is what I have discovered. Adding one thing to another to discover the scheme of things. While I was still searching, but not finding, I found one upright man among 1,000, but not one upright woman among all of them. What is that saying about us? This one I have found. God made man upright, but men have gone in search of many schemes. This is Ecclesiastes. This is a good book. Remember, folks, life is not a monorail. Life is a roller coaster. So God bless you. If there's anybody I can be praying for you for, please comment below. Let me know your prayer requests. I think what I'm going to do is after I post this, I'm going to check every hour to see if there are any prayer requests on there. And if you post and you see a prayer request before you, add them to your prayer list. So right now I'm asking you to add Michelle's brother-in-law, Mike, Cody, and my daughter-in-law, Jessica, and my husband, CO. Oh, please don't forget to pray for CO. He needs your prayers. He needs God's intervention because man's intervention isn't intervening. So be in prayer for these prayers. Let me know your prayer needs. Even if it's something small, it's okay. It's okay. Small, God doesn't mind. So help me be wise. That's my goal in life, to be full of God's wisdom. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Oh, I forgot to give you the weather. Or did I give you the weather report? I don't think I did. It is a little chilly when I took the dog out this morning. It was still dark, but oh my gosh, the moon, oh, it's gone. The moon was beautiful. And it's 60 degrees, which I know y'all up north think that's wonderful, but that's a little chilly for me. It is going to get up to 74, which is perfect. 74 with a very light breeze. Oh my goodness. It's going to be sunny today. Actually, right now it's beautiful. Not a cloud in the sky. Very, very sunny. So, yep, when I get done here, I'm going to do a couple of housework things. I'm going to clean the bathrooms, empty the trash cans, clean out the trash cans. And then by then it'll be time to empty the refrigerator and freezer. I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Bye.